Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing the 10 things I'd repurchase had I lost all my makeup. It was really hard for me to pick all of this stuff because at one point, like before I started doing YouTube, I didn't have very much makeup at all. I had the bare necessities, you know, a couple of eyeshadows, one mascara, like I had probably more lip products and nail polish than anything, which I'm not including nail polish in this, but I had a lot of lip gloss, not really too many lipsticks, and the rest of the stuff was not, I didn't really know about any of this stuff until I started doing YouTube. So it was kind of hard for me to pick this stuff because I had to really like bring myself back to the time when I really didn't have much of anything and think about the things that I used to use and that didn't really mean too much to me. So this was super hard, but I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys the 10 products that I would repurchase if all my makeup was stolen. So first thing that I picked was a foundation, and this has been a tried and true foundation for me ever since I started YouTube. This was the very first foundation that I actually tried out when I first started making videos, so I had to pick it. This is the Revlon Color Stay 24 Hours. This is the new formula of it. I did have the old version and loved it just as much. This is for the oily combination skin, and it's in the color 180 Sand Beige. It is a tad light for me right now because I'm pretty tan from the summertime, but it is an awesome foundation if you have oily skin, especially. I have extremely oily skin. I cannot even express that to you guys enough, and I have found that my MAC Pro Longwear too, but this is pretty much the only foundation that gives me full coverage, and it keeps my oils at bay for the entire day. I hardly ever have to blot or touch up. I may have to depending on if I'm outside and stuff like that, but it is just an amazing foundation all around. I feel like this gives me good coverage, and it's enough to where I don't even need a concealer with it. So if you notice, I did not choose a concealer because it is thick enough to where I can definitely cover up my problem areas or my under eyes, you know, brighten up my under eyes with this foundation if I absolutely needed to. Do I enjoy using other products with it? Of course, what girl doesn't? But I feel like it is definitely something that could be awesome on its own, especially if you need that full coverage to cover any problem areas, scarring and stuff like that, especially if you have oily skin. Highly recommend this. Definitely top, like, #1 repurchase if all my makeup was gone. Okay, so moving on in the same like kind of category, the next product that I would purchase is a powder. And because I have oily skin, even though that foundation does keep my oils at bay for a pretty long time, I do sometimes need a blotting powder. And although I really do like my MAC blot powder, this has been again one of those tried and true powders I have used over and over again. As you can see, I pretty much am finished with this one. I have repurchased it so many times. This stops working for me after a while. I feel like I do need to switch it up, whereas the Maybelline, or I never even told you guys what this was, the Maybelline Dream Matte powder has never stopped working for me. This is the second one that I've purchased. I have the color light, number 4 to 5 in the color cream, and it's just a basic blotting powder, but this is really convenient because it does have a mirror and a little blotting thing in here already built in, so it's great for on the go to throw in your purse. And like I said, I feel like this has never given up on me. The MAC block powder, I kind of have to switch it up. Like I have to wear something in between it or else it stops working for me. Like it'll just get cakey on my face instead of actually absorbing my oils, and I don't like that. The product is great when it works, but not when I have to switch it up constantly. So definitely would repurchase this one. Pretty inexpensive at the drugstore, which is what I really like. If I had to repurchase my makeup, of course I'd be livid, and so I would want to spend the least amount of money possible to keep me going until I could build up my collection again. Next would be a primer, and to go along with my oily skin, I definitely have oily eyelids. I feel like I need, it's a necessity to have a primer on my lids for my eyeshadows to stay in place all day, or else they crease instantly on me. You guys know that I've always had a problem with that. So my go-to primer would definitely be the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is just a mini sample I'm trying to use up because they tend to dry out like this on me a little bit quicker. But it's just a basic like clear primer that holds. I have never found an eyeshadow primer that holds as well as this one on me. The Too Faced and the NARS is similar, but this one, it just seems to be the best. And the e.l.f. one is very inexpensive, but it doesn't last on me as well as this one. I definitely would purchase the new packaging though, because this packaging is horrible. But yeah, definitely my go-to primer, and would repurchase it in an instant. So next, and I'm kind of telling you guys this in the order that I do my makeup, so hopefully that's okay. But the next product would definitely be a blush, and I wonder how many of you guys can guess this in your head before I actually show it. This blush I talk about all the time. I feel like it is a must-have in my collection. I've told you guys this before. If I am debating on what I should wear for the day, I always go to this blush. And this is the Tarte's Exposed from the Amazonian Clay collection. It is like the perfect nudie pinky brown. It is like my most used blush of all time. I mean, I just feel like it is perfect for any skin tone, light or dark. Now, if you have a deeper skin tone, this may not show up on you as well, but even to a medium complexion, it's just a beautiful blush in general. It can even be kind of used as like a bronzer if you kind of contour in the right places. And also, I'm assuming that this includes tools. Like, I'm getting to keep my tools, right? No one's taking those away from me. I hope not, because otherwise I'm screwed. I'll be putting all this stuff on with my fingers. So we'll just pretend I'm getting to keep all my makeup brushes. But yeah, this is just a really great blush in general. Like I said, it's very universal to many skin tones. It is on the more pricey side, but well worth it. I always turn to it if I'm confused with what to wear that day because it matches anything. It's neutral enough to where it's going to go with any makeup look and any outfit, but it's bold enough, or it can be put on a little bit more heavy if you need it to go out and things like that. Just a very versatile blush all around. Next is going to be a highlight, and I actually haven't used this in quite a while, but I was looking through all my highlights, and if I had to repurchase one, this would definitely be it. This is the e.l.f. Golden bronzer. I mean, the name's like already all rubbed off. That's how long I've had it. This was $3. Now that I just picked it up off of the floor, this is a $3 bronzer slash highlight, and I absolutely adore this highlight. This is very universal as well because it has 4 colors, so you actually could use this as an eyeshadow palette if you wanted to, but whenever I use it as a highlight, I just swirl all of them together, and it is a gorgeous highlight. Again, would work really well for any skin tone, especially because it does come with the 4 different colors. So if you were of darker complexions than even mine, like I'm really dark, I'm not dark at all, but if you were darker than my complexion, this would work great for you because as you can see, it does give you the 4 colors that you could choose from. So I really like this palette, and again, for only $3, e.l.f. is definitely the way to go for something like this that you can see I've got a lot of use out of it, and there's still a ton of product in there. Alright, so moving on to the eyes. By this time I already have my primer on, so now I'm going to move on to shadows. And this, I've watched a number of these videos, and this is pretty much a universal thing, and that is the Naked palette from Urban Decay. Mine has been so loved. I have so many eyeshadows that it wasn't even hard for me to choose, to be honest, because this is like the best buy. You get 12 eyeshadows for $50. You don't have to worry about, you know, what kind of looks you can create because it goes from super neutral to super dark. I don't even use the dark ones in this palette, so I chose this one, to be honest, because I like my Naked too, but the original Naked I feel like suits my taste a lot better. It definitely has more of the neutral colors that I like to wear and those plummy colors that work well with my brown eyes. And I also like it for the buck color in the Naked because I can easily fill in my eyebrows with those 2 colors. They really remind me of the colors that I use for my regular brow powder kit. So yeah, again, it would just be super universal for me to essentially just have this in my collection. If I had no other eyeshadows and this was the only thing I had left, I would definitely be happy for eternity with just these colors. Okay, so that was item number 6. I have 4 more to go. So the next one would be, I guess, eyeliner. I'd say this is my all-time favorite. This is the Maybelline Line Express. I can't even tell you what the whole name is because it's so tiny. This is my all-time favorite eyeliner. It's so easy to actually tightline. I have a really hard time tightlining my eyes because my eyes are super sensitive. I wear contacts, and especially when I have my contacts in, it's really hard for me to do any of my eye makeup because my eyes are so sensitive. So this is what the packaging looks like. You can probably figure out the name just from there. Like I said, I've sharpened it down so far. It's the kind that has the liner on one side and the little smudgy brush on the bottom. Definitely would repurchase this one. Again, best eyeliner I have ever tried. I really like my NYX Glide On eyeliners, but this is tried and true for me. I'd say I've repurchased it several times, and it, as you can see, is probably my most used eyeliner in general. Okay, next is mascara, and this was super hard for me because you guys know I love me some mascara. That's like my all-time favorite thing, besides blush and lip gloss and stuff like that. So definitely have to say my Maybelline Falsies. This is my go-to mascara whenever, again, I don't know, I'm having too much of trouble looking through my 25 mascaras that I have sitting over there. I always go back to my Falsies. I mean, right now I'm currently loving the Benefit, they're real, and the L'Oreal telescopic together. In fact, I'm sure you guys saw that in my favorites video, but this is just one of those mascaras that will always be my favorite. I love this when I have my lashes short, when they're longer. I feel like this works universally for a daytime look, for a going out look. It does build up very easily. It doesn't make my eyelashes look spidery, and it gives them super great length and volume. It's just an all-around awesome mascara. Next is going to be a lip gloss slash lipstick, and this probably should come to no surprise to you. I, of all things, have mentioned before, lip products are like my downfall besides blush and things like that. I love lip products. I'm such a sucker. I always have been. I always have had a lot of lip gloss, and so this is like no surprise to you. It was really hard for me to choose, but I have to say my absolute favorite lipstick slash lip gloss is the Revlon Lip Butters. I think these are a lot of people's favorites. I think it's one of those things, like, they're really easy to slap on. You don't have to worry about them. You can just put them on and go. This is, I didn't even tell you, it's the Revlon Lip Butter and Berry Smoothie. This is like my most used one of Revlon lip butters. I feel like this is a very universal color. As you can see, you can definitely build it up, but with one swipe get a super light color, just a little bit of gloss. And so yeah, I absolutely love these. They're super inexpensive, especially if you can find them on sale. And if I didn't have any more lip products, that would be my go-to lip product for sure. Okay, last but not least would be a lip gloss. And the only reason I did 2 lip products is because no matter if I'm not wearing makeup, like, because on most days I'm not wearing makeup. I have a very laid-back casual job. If I were to go to work like this, my boss and my mom would be like, "Where are you going, hot date?" You know, like, so I very rarely wear makeup to my normal everyday job. But I do wear lip products, and when I mean lip products, I don't mean necessarily like a bold lip like this, but I will wear like I don't know, like a tinted lip conditioner or a lip gloss, things like that. So I definitely have them in my purse at all times. So that's why I included 2 lip products in here. I felt like it was necessary because that's like what I wear the most of throughout the week. This is my most favorite lip gloss of all time. This is a matte cream sheen gloss in the color Delight. It is a permanent color in the MAC line. The cream sheen glasses are my absolute favorite lip glosses from MAC in general, but this color is just an awesome color. It's a very like nude, like a nude brown color, like a Your Lip but better color, but it's not overbearing. Like, I feel like anybody could pull this lip gloss off. It's not too dark to where a fair, you know, somebody who had really light lips or fair skin couldn't pull it off, but even darker lips and more deep complexions could pull this color off as well, and it wouldn't be too light for them. So yeah, that is my last product. I can't believe I chose only 10. I think honestly, if all my makeup was stolen, I would be devastated, but I definitely could live with these 10 products that I have for eternity. I really think that these are the products that stand out the most to me in my collection, that I would be totally fine with having in obviously a small makeup bag, because that's all I would need, but I would be totally fine with having just these products in my makeup bag and not having any problems doing different looks. In fact, that should be a challenge. Anybody who's done this video, we should try and use just these 10 makeup products for an entire month and see how it goes. I think that would be a really great idea. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have filmed this video, leave it as a video response down below. If I tag anybody, I'll put your names down in the description box. So maybe you could do this also. It was really fun to choose and kind of see, you know, what your all-time favorites are, because obviously that's what this is. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!